Wheat Nation, what's going on? Sharc Gaming here, back with another video, and in today's video, it's another yap session. You get me? I'm not gonna open this pack yet because usually I let my subscribers decide if I should open the pack, because at the end of the day, sometimes my subscribers do more research than me and they realize that some of these packs aren't necessarily like anything special about them. Because I have, for example, out of all three players right here, I already have three versions of these players. You get me? I have three versions of Rijkaard. That's the iconic moment, legend Rijkaard, and one of the regular Rijkaards. I have about three versions of Gullit as well. Three versions of Van Basten. Bro, I have too many of the Dutch trio. I don't know if you guys are noticing a trend in this eFootball game, but are you guys realizing that these packs are literally just repeating? Are you guys realizing that these packs are repeating? Don't get me wrong. These packs are flipping OP. But tell me what's different from the Bergkamp, Cantona, and Berbatov. Bergkamp, Cantona. No, it wasn't Cantona. Bergkamp, who was in it? Bergkamp, Berbatov, and Tati. I don't remember who was in the pack. Dennis Law. And then you had a pack before that had Tati. I can't remember. Tati. I don't remember who was in the packs actually. The packs are actually missing me. Even the earlier packs with the AC Milan pack with Dida, Nesta, and Costa Curta. Like, if I'm being completely honest, every single week they're putting out packs that they want you to spend their money, and I'm like, if these were new cards, like let's say this pack, for argument's sake, let's say this pack had Thierry Henry, it had Lumberg. Well, Lumberg is not a new card, but let's say it had Thierry Henry, Zidane, you know what I'm saying, it have Ronaldo Nazario, or it had even Adriano. Even the Adriano is already in the game. You know what I'm saying? Even if they had like some of the old time players, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the Dutch trio, like they're either going to, let me tell you, mark my words, this pack, if you don't have any of these players, please open it. This pack is amazing. I'm going to list, that's why I said this is a yap session. I'm going to list why this pack is so important. I'm going to list why this pack is so good. You get what I'm trying to say? But at the end of the day, I'm just going to be real with you. I'm just like, can I be real with you? I'm just going to be real with you. They're going to drop this pack at least 3 times. So hear me out. They're going to drop this epic Netherlands pack now, as they have. They're going to drop an AC Milan trio version of this. So they're going to drop a Dutch trio, but in the AC Milan clothing next time, probably. And then later down, they're probably going to repeat both packs. So that's 4 times. They're literally going to drop these packs again, bro. Every single PES from about PES 20, I think, come up, they have been dropping this flipping Dutch trio. And as I said, they're OP, they're iconic. It's Ballon d'Or's raining, bro. You get me? They are amazing. I get it. It makes sense. I understand why, you know, they keep dropping it. But at the end of the day, bro, if I have all of these cards already, how much more different can this version, don't get me wrong, these versions are obviously better, how much more different can these versions be from the versions that I already have? You get what I say? Like, if I didn't have the cards, I would get them, but I already have literally 3 versions of 3 of these cards, bro. You get what I say? Like, it just feel like, for example, let's look into the pack. I can tell you all about these players, and I haven't even opened the pack as yet. I haven't even looked at any of the players, and I can tell you all about these players. This Gullit, firstly, back in the day, Gullit used to be a classic number 10, right? Classic number 10. Then, because them do a little name change, not name change, but a little change, they're like, you know what? We're going to go so boops now. We're going to drop a next one as like a creative playmaker. So he looks different. So he operates different. So people think it's a new card. So my guess is that this is either going to be a deep line forward Gullit or a whole player Gullit. You get me? And if he's a whole player Gullit, he's probably going to be amazing in strike. He's gonna be one of the best offensive awareness, and he's gonna be amazing in strike. And if he's that deep line forward Gullit, he's gonna have one of the best passing in the game, because Gullit as a center forward or a second strike always cooks. Gullit in a false 9 or even in a 2-man formation cooks. Look at this, Gullit. They're like whole player. Watch this, a whole player who can play second strike, center forward, cam, and set and cam and center mid. Why is this guy so OP, and why is he a whole player? Why is he so good? Very good shot power, very good finishing. His place kicking is the only thing that beats him. His place kicking is okay. His speed is nice. His heading is good. His movements are good. Every single Gullit card will always be good. It will always be good. Gullit cards will always be good. It don't matter the play style. But I knew they were gonna put either whole player deep line forward. Because to be fair, eFootball has been going through the meta of deep line forwards recently. So I would get it why they'd want to put a deep line forward. It does make sense. Like I get it. The deep line forward does make sense. So I understand it. I understand it now. But the truth of, and he's compatible in a lot of you can trade him as a center back, defensive mid, left mid, right wing, left wing. That's crazy. That's insane. That should not be possible by a player. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I don't even need to look at his traits, but let's just for argument's sake look at his traits. He has visionary passing. They just rebranded him, changed his play style, and gave him visionary passing. All of these traits are already there. I could be wrong, but all of these traits are already there, bro. He didn't need all of this, bro. They just gave him visionary passing. And I think visionary passing makes you a better false 9 player because now your passes are going to be even crisper. You go, man, I said, bro, like it makes sense. Van Basten. Let's make a guess for Van Basten, right? Ever since we've known Van Basten, I can only think of, 3 play styles for Van Basten. I've seen a goal poach of Van Basten. I think I've seen a deep line forward Van Basten. And Fox in the box is the most common one. The Fox in the box one is a turn and fire merchant. If you have Van Basten turn into goal and shooting before he even turns, that's how you get the goal. You turn, you get the ball with him. His back is facing goal, you half turn. You don't make a full turn like we would do with every other good player because his balance isn't 100%, but his shielding is very good. So you make a turn, you make a half turn and just fire it off of whichever foot you have. The power will usually make the ball go in. He's very good at shooting. My guess, considering that I have a Netherlands version of Van Basten, that Netherlands version of Van Basten I think is a Fox in the box. So this is supposed to be either be a Fox in the box or, as I said earlier, the game is kind of going towards deep line forward, so he could be a deep line forward. Let's look at this. Fox in the box. If he operates like his PES 21, PES 20 card, he's going to be completely OP and he's probably going to break the game because the other day I was playing back with his legendary card from Pesmobile and I was like, yeah, even with the stats that have been updated in this game, he's still OP, he's still very good. And like, I'm just like, whoa, that's actually crazy that like he's still very good inside the game, which is crazy. So he still has like, whatever the case may be, he has very good traits. He's very good at it, like, you know what I'm saying? They give him phenomenal finishing. I don't really think he needed it. Van Basten is one of those strikers that don't need phenomenal finishing. That's like you're giving blitz curler to Messi. Or that's like you're giving, I don't know what trait he could have given Cristiano Ronaldo. Alright, that's like you're giving Cristiano Ronaldo a bullet header. His heading is already supposed to be good. I know in 2024 his heading isn't the best, but if you put in any old Cristiano Ronaldo card, his heading is always going to be good. You don't have to give him bullet header. If you're giving Messi any Messi card, you don't need to give Messi blitz curler. His curlers will always be good. You don't need to give like certain players phenomenal finishing, in my opinion. You get me? He doesn't need it, but of course he's going to be cooking with it. I might get this back. You know what? I just have a space in my heart for this I have a space in my heart for this Dutch trio, bro. And Frank Rijkaard, a guy who can play center mid, center back, and defensive mid. Usually he's supposed to be an orchestrator or an anchorman. I think his last card was an anchorman, which really broke the game, if I'm being completely honest. Even though I barely seen anybody use it, so maybe it didn't break the game. But if I'm supposed to be completely honest, Rijkaard, I'd say he's a destroyer. He could be a build-up player, but I'd say he's a destroyer. I think it would make sense for him to be a destroyer. Or maybe he could be the defensive mid playstyle, which is the orchestrator, but he can play center back, but you can put him in defensive mid. He's a build-up that can play defensive mid and center mid. Honestly, if you put him in defensive mid, like you probably could train him, because on eFootball PES Hub or PES Hub, you can train a player for the position that you want. So you could probably train him at a defensive mid. I don't know how much he goes up to, but I'm pretty sure he goes up to something amazing. You could train him for defense. Let me check. I'm gonna check eFootball Hub right now and tell you guys. But you could train him for defensive mid and put the instruction as anchoring on him, and he's going to be playing like an anchorman. If you leave it as a center mid, he's going to be playing as a box to box because he's a no play style. And when you're a no play style, you usually like play a bit better, if you get what I'm trying to say. Or I wouldn't say better. I'd say you play a bit more unpredictable. I'm looking at this. It's updating. I'm waiting for it to finish updating the eFootball PES Hub app. So I'm looking for the players that just dropped, which is okay. So I need Rijkaard. We're gonna look at Frank Rijkaard. Let me see what he is. So we're gonna give him a booster just randomly. We're gonna give him the defending booster. We're gonna max him. Wait, He's 105 max when you give him the defending boost. Now maybe he goes up to 106. Bro, these stats are terrible, bro. The only stats that good in centre back really are the defensive awareness, defensive engagement, tackling and aggression. The stamina is very good and the jump is good, the heading is good, but these stats are horrendous. Let me train him as a defensive mid to see what's going on. I could train him as a defensive mid. He's 104 in game. Let me switch this to give me something that a defensive hard worker. Or I could give him passing. No, passing doesn't do good for him. I could give him hard worker. No, I guess defending was the physicality. Nah, defending seems to be the best trade for him. As a defensive midfielder, he does cook. As a defensive midfielder, his stats look really, really well. I don't know if you guys can see it, but as a defensive midfielder, his stats look I keep on forgetting I have a green screen, so because of a green screen, it's not going to show certain stuff. But as a defensive midfielder, he's actually cooking very, very much so. I'm even going to lie to you. These are actually some very good stats for somebody who, you know what I'm saying? He's actually cooking. I'm even going to lie to you. Yeah, these are some very good stats. Let me see if I can train him as a center mid though. Train him as a center mid and see what the difference is. Yeah, he's gonna be 98 center mid. He's gonna be 98 in game. He's not a good center mid build, if I'm being completely honest. So just use the defensive mid or use the center back. Alright, not bad. Let me look at for argument's sake, let's look at Gullit. I'm gonna train him, give him technique, and I'm gonna give him striker's instinct. Yeah, so I'm gonna train him as a center forward. He's a 106 center forward, just like his other card. The other card that I have, the creative playmaker card that I train him as a center forward, he's literally a 106 in the game as well. So what's really the difference, if I'm being completely honest? Let me train him as a second striker. Second striker, he's a 105 rated second striker. And a cam, let me see what he is. Wait, let me see something. Yeah, he's 104 as a cam. He's 104 as well. So he's 106 in strike, 105 in second strike, and 104 in cam. That don't make no sense, bro. Let me train him back at center forward and see what's going on. This not look good, bro, in my opinion. Let me see if I can get Fox in the box. Gullit. Train him as a second strike. I'm going to give him striker's instinct as well. I train him as a center forward. He's 105 in the game. Let me train him as a second striker. I don't know why I would train him as a second striker, but he's a 103 second striker in the game still. His speed is insane! 91 speed, 94 acceleration, bro. 97 finishing. He might be him. I apologize. His balance is 74. This card is OP. Out of all 3 cards in the pack, all 3 of them are amazing. There isn't even any that you can pick, but let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this. You know what I'm saying? If you're going for this pack, I'm sorry for the obsession. This is just me informing you guys. If you really want to go for the pack, you can. I might just load up some coins and try my luck, bro. I might just clear this entire pack and make a video about the Dutch trio, or I might just use my old cards, because really and truly they all operate the same anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm out.